Have you ever wondered how one of the world's largest religions, Islam, originated? Our journey begins in the 7th century in the bustling city of Mecca, now situated in modern-day Saudi Arabia. This city, a prominent trade hub, was the birthplace of a religion that would sweep across continents and stand the test of time. In the midst of Mecca's thriving trade and cultural exchange, a man named Muhammad was born. Muhammad, an honest and respected merchant, lived a relatively ordinary life until around his 40th year. That's when his life, and subsequently the course of history, took an extraordinary turn. Muhammad began to retreat for contemplation and meditation in the solitude of a cave on Mount Hira. During one of these retreats, he experienced something profound. Muhammad reported that he was visited by the angel Gabriel. This divine messenger, according to Muhammad, revealed to him the words of Allah, or God. These revelations, which continued for about 23 years, are what we now know as the Quran, the holy book of Islam. But the journey from revelation to acceptance was no easy road. Initially, Muhammad's message, which emphasized monotheism and social reform, met significant resistance in Mecca. It challenged the city's polytheistic beliefs and threatened the socio-economic order. Despite the hostility, Prophet Muhammad, bolstered by his unwavering faith, continued to preach the revelations he received. The tide began to change when the city of Medina, north of Mecca, offered Muhammad and his small group of followers refuge. In Medina, Islam began to flourish. The community grew not just in numbers, but also in terms of social and political influence. This city became the cradle of the Islamic civilization, the first Islamic state. Over time, Muhammad's followers, or Muslims as they came to be known, grew in numbers. They returned to Mecca, and the city that once resisted Islam eventually embraced it. Thus began a new era, the Islamic era, with Prophet Muhammad at its helm. So, how did Islam spread so rapidly and widely from its birthplace? The answer lies in the concept of the caliphate, an institution that emerged as the political and religious successor to Prophet Muhammad. The caliphate was a unique blend of political power and spiritual authority, acting as the guiding force of the Muslim community, or Ummah. The first 4 caliphs, known as the rightly guided caliphs, played a crucial role in shaping the future of Islam. Abu Bakr, the first caliph, dedicated his rule to consolidating the Muslim community after the Prophet's death. Umar, the second caliph, initiated the era of Islamic conquests, expanding the caliphate's territories beyond Arabia. Uthman, the third caliph, standardized the Quran into the version we know today. And finally, Ali, the fourth caliph, faced numerous challenges and conflicts that eventually led to the Sunni-Shia divide. These leaders, each with their distinct style of governance, contributed to the rapid expansion of Islam during the 7th and 8th centuries. This period, often referred to as the Age of Conquests, saw Islam spread across the Middle East and North Africa, reaching as far as Spain in the west and India in the east. It was an era of unprecedented growth, where the message of Islam transcended cultural and geographical boundaries. This expansion was not merely a military conquest. It was also a cultural and intellectual journey. As the empire grew, Muslims encountered diverse cultures, languages, and philosophies. They absorbed, adapted, and integrated these into the Islamic civilization, creating a rich tapestry of knowledge and culture. Yet the heart of this expansion was the faith's universal message and the sense of community it fostered. The equality and brotherhood preached by Islam resonated with many, leading to its acceptance across diverse societies. So the caliphate, with its political might and spiritual authority, served as the lifeblood of Islamic expansion. It was an institution that guided the Ummah, navigated through challenges, and carried the message of Islam to the corners of the known world. The caliphate played a pivotal role in consolidating and spreading Islam far beyond its Arabian roots. It laid the foundation for a civilization that would leave a profound impact on the course of human history. Did you know that Islam once sparked a golden age of knowledge and innovation? From the 8th to the 14th centuries, the Islamic world experienced an era of intellectual growth and scientific advancement that would shape humanity's understanding of the world. This period, known as the Islamic Golden Age, was a time when scholars, regardless of faith, were encouraged to seek knowledge and explore the universe's mysteries. Imagine an era when the most significant advancements in science, mathematics, and medicine were being made in the heart of the Islamic world. The foundations of algebra were laid down by the Persian mathematician Al-Khwarizmi. His pioneering work served as a cornerstone for future generations of mathematicians and scientists. Consider the field of medicine. The Persian scholar Ibn Sina, known in the West as Avicenna, wrote the Canon of Medicine, a medical encyclopedia that served as the standard medical text in both the Islamic world and Europe for centuries. Then there was the sphere of philosophy and culture, where thinkers like Al-Farabi and Rumi left their mark. Al-Farabi combined Greek philosophy with Islamic thought, while Rumi's poetry continues to inspire millions today with its themes of love and unity. But it wasn't just individuals making strides. Libraries such as the House of Wisdom in Baghdad became the epicenters of knowledge, attracting scholars from around the world. These establishments were not only libraries, but also served as universities where ideas were exchanged and new theories were born. This era was also a time of cultural and artistic flourishing. The Islamic world became a cradle for the development of architecture, literature, music, and visual arts, enriching the world's cultural tapestry. But like all golden ages, this too had to come to an end. The Mongol invasions and other socio-political factors led to the decline of this era, but not before it had profoundly impacted the course of human history. Indeed, the golden age of Islam left an indelible mark on human civilization. But what about the division within Islam itself, the Sunni-Shia divide? A question that often arises when discussing Islam is the distinction between the Sunni and Shia sects. This division, which has existed for over 1,000 years, began shortly after the death of the Prophet Muhammad in the 7th century. When the Prophet passed away, a disagreement arose over who should succeed him. The majority, who would come to be known as Sunnis, believed that the new leader should be elected from among those capable of the job. They chose Abu Bakr, the Prophet's close friend and advisor, as the first caliph. However, a smaller group believed that leadership should stay within the Prophet's family, specifically with his cousin and son-in-law Ali. This group, known as Shias, or the Party of Ali, held the belief that leadership should be based on family descent, not election. Over time, these political differences evolved into a spiritual divide, with each sect developing distinct beliefs and practices. Sunnis, who make up about 85 to 90% of Muslims worldwide, are often seen as more orthodox, adhering closely to the original teachings of Islam. Shias, on the other hand, while still adhering to the 5 pillars of Islam, place more emphasis on the role of their imams, who they believe have spiritual and temporal authority. Yet, despite these differences, it's crucial to remember that Sunnis and Shias share many fundamental Islamic beliefs and practices. Both believe in the oneness of God, the sacredness of the Quran, the importance of the 5 pillars of Islam, and the significance of the Prophet Muhammad. Furthermore, it's important to note that the vast majority of Sunnis and Shias live peacefully together, their commonalities far outweighing their differences. The conflicts we often see in the media are usually more about politics and power than religion. So, while the Sunni-Shia divide is significant, it should not overshadow the shared faith and common values that unite the Muslim community. Despite their differences, Sunnis and Shias share many fundamental Islamic beliefs and practices. As we look around today, how has Islam evolved and adapted to the modern world? In our rapidly changing world, Islam, like all religions, has faced challenges and changes. Yet it has shown remarkable resilience and adaptability, illustrating its enduring relevance and resonance. From bustling megacities like Istanbul and Jakarta to smaller communities in Africa and America, the diversity within the Islamic world is as rich and varied as the landscapes they inhabit. Let's consider the cultural sphere. Islam's influence on contemporary art and culture is profound and pervasive. From the calligraphic swirls adorning modern architecture to the rhythmic beats of Sufi music echoing in the night, Islamic heritage infuses modern artistic expressions with a unique blend of tradition and innovation. In literature, too, Islamic themes resonate. The poignant verses of Rumi and Hafez, penned centuries ago, still find their echoes in modern poetry and prose. Contemporary Muslim authors worldwide weave tales imbued with Islamic values, reflecting diverse experiences and perspectives, expanding the literary horizon for readers of all backgrounds. Turning to politics, without delving into contentious issues, it's clear that Islam plays a significant role. Muslim political leaders, activists, and scholars actively engage in global dialogues on peace, justice, and sustainability. They contribute to the discourse from an Islamic perspective, highlighting the religion's teachings on social justice and stewardship of the earth. In the realm of science and technology, Muslims continue to build upon the legacy of their forebears from the golden age of Islam. Muslim scientists, engineers, and innovators are making strides in fields as diverse as medicine, astronomy, and information technology, guided by the Islamic ethos of seeking knowledge. In every corner of the globe, Islam's influence permeates various aspects of life, enriching the tapestry of our shared human experience. Its adaptability to changing times and diverse cultures bears testimony to its enduring appeal and vitality. Islam continues to be a vibrant and influential force in the world today. As our journey through the annals of Islam concludes, we're reminded of the profound impact this faith has had and continues to have on our global society.